everybody, welcome back. I'm Cass with College of Lore.
I am the Penitent with College of Lore.
Yay, we're recording YouTube videos, yay. We're reviewing Warhammer 40k today in this episode of our RPG review series. Welcome to our RPG review.
Yeah,
Subscribe to our YouTube channel that I'm talking to you on right now.
Yeah,
We're trying to get to 150 subscribers by the end of the year. You can do that if you want.
Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe.
Tell us your thoughts on Warhammer.
And check us out on Patreon.
Yay! We have patrons on there.
So Warhammer's kind of a role-playing game, to a degree.
A little.
Tell me, I'm curious, what do you know about Warhammer 40k?
I had a friend who was into it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, kind of more in theory and the lore than in practice,
Right.
I think. Because nobody has any money in this day and age. And she was around my age, so, like, no one has any money. I know there's a lot of fighting, and I know it's really goddamn expensive.
Full disclaimer, I have not played Warhammer 40k. I've not sat down and actually played the proper game because I don't have that kind of money or time.
Imagine having that kind of money or time in the modern capitalist hellscape.
But I have watched several people play it. I have several friends who play it. And I got into Warhammer 40k because I played a real-time strategy game based in the Dawn of War universe for several years.
Wild. I didn't even know that existed.
Yes. So what Warhammer 40k is?
Yeah, what is it?
It is a miniature-based war game set in a distant future where several fantasy armies and races are vying for control of fictional places, and sometimes real places.
Who made it? Go.
So it has had several rotating authors, but it's published by Games Workshop.
That is the most generic name I can fucking imagine.
You know what? You're right, it is.
That's really generic. Cool. This is our Games Workshop. We workshop games. Wow. Could you be any less specific? How cooperative is this?
Welcome to our things place.
For real. Welcome to our place where we do stuff.
So this is 100% PvP.
Wild.
Though you
I
can
would hate
have
this.
2-on-2 or teams.
Okay. How crunchy is it?
It's pretty extreme, though I am factoring all the work with the minis.
Okay. Yeah, you have to, like, paint those and shit, right?
You don't have to, but you should.
Okay. How light or dark is this one?
By nature, extremely dark.
Oh, I guess that makes sense, because they're, like, all trying to kill each other's.
It's fucked up. Like, the lore
Cool.
of Warhammer 40k, and
I know that a little bit.
it's over the top fucked up, and you can't really make it that much lighter.
It's kind of excessive, in my opinion, but, like,
Yes.
if you like it, that's your thing. How do you play this game? I actually have no idea how you play this game.
2 or more armies enter an arena. It is a proper war game based on where you position your armies, statistics based on your minis. Conflicts are resolved with several dice rolls and basically just doing basic math.
Okay. Well, that sounds not fun, but whatever.
To give it a super basic rundown.
Alright.
Yeah, I feel like I've reviewed several of these games, and some of them you're like, well, I want to play them, and some of them you're like, and this one you're like...
No, hard
Yeah.
emoji. I absolutely will never touch Warhammer 40k. I don't like things that don't have interesting narratives, and I literally don't want to play any game where you're ever just fighting. That sounds like my personal hell.
Yes.
Concept out of 10.
9 out of 10.
Okay.
I
that's
love
fair.
the lore here.
Crunchy.
Like, yeah, it's super grimdark, but there's a lot of thought that goes into it. There's a lot of weird stuff. There's a lot of
It's creative.
cool
and it's
ideas.
interesting.
I'm a big fan of, like, the cool, weird alien races. I'm a big fan of, like, the battle lesbians that exist.
Oh, okay, now I do want to play this game. Don't talk to me.
I'm a big fan of, like, the weird orcs that can, like, make anything they really think become true.
Yeah, I know about that one. I think that's kind of cool.
I think the lore is a blast.
Kind of looking at the battle lesbians, though.
It's Sisters of Battle is what I believe they're called, and I don't think they're actually lesbians. But
Oh, well, they should be.
they should be.
If they're hot girls, I don't care.
An all-female branch of soldiers, basically.
I'm kind of into it. Okay. So it's a 9 out of 10. We're gonna stop
Yes.
talking about this. Cost of entry.
1 out of 10, and it's lucky to not be getting a 0.
I think it should get a 0.
So let me explain why it doesn't get a 0.
Okay.
Technically, you can buy one base set, not paint them,
And just go.
and just go.
But I feel like you would suck.
Oh, you'd do horrible if you're to buy one, like, Warhammer 40k starter set.
Yeah. Are we Googling?
Yes.
Google
So if
moment.
you buy one Warhammer 40k, it could run you about $45 on it.
Okay, that's kind of expensive still, I feel like.
But it's less than the 5e Player's Guide.
That's
Player's
true.
Handbook.
That's true.
So if you were to buy one starter set, it'd be about $45.
Okay.
And you could just take that, not paint it, take it into fights. You wouldn't win those fights.
You'd suck bad.
But you
could do
technically
it if you wanted to do it that way.
And not paint them and not anything like that.
Yeah.
But
don't.
Could. So no, that is a 1 out of 10, and it's lucky to get there.
Player ease.
3 out of 10. It's a complicated fucking game.
There's too much math, I think, in my opinion. I don't know how much math there is, but there's too much.
So
I hate math.
It's a complicated game. Like,
it's not even true. I like math, I just don't want to use it in my video.
It's a complicated game, and
games.
it's difficult to get the right handle on. Yeah. Like,
it's a pain in the ass.
It has a learning curve, and it especially, like, all of the painting and all of the managing and all of the what should I buy and
yeah, it's hard enough to get started, and it's still harder to learn.
Yeah, and especially to like learn a proper meta and all that. Yeah.
Yeah. GMEs.
By sheer virtue of not having one, 10 out of 10.
I guess that's fair. We did that for whatever the other
Fiasco,
one was.
yeah.
Fiasco. That's fair. I guess it can earn that if it wants. It would be biased to do it otherwise. Flexibility.
6 out of 10. I mean, any sort of battle setting, any sort of like setup you can do. There are ways to roleplay Warhammer 40k, and you can make a story around the fights. Because you're like us, and you...
Okay, that's fair.
I don't know why you don't play a different game.
Yeah, just play a different game if you're really into narratives and you don't want to spend a lot of money.
I apologize if you're watching this and you like Warhammer 40k a whole lot.
I don't. I don't even know it, but I don't like it.
I don't imagine you'd be watching this if you're a fan of Warhammer 40k, because I imagine you are in the mines trying to earn money to buy your next set of miniatures.
Yeah, true. You're busy grinding out extra hours at your day job.
So you can't really break out of the grimdark setting.
Yeah.
But you can do a lot within that setting. You can be like, well, here's like the Tyranids versus the Necrons, or
I don't know any of the words you're saying.
The Space
Marines. I know some of these words separately.
Space Marines versus the Orcs. Stuff like that.
I know some of these words separately.
And you can with stories and people and various things within it, but at the same time,
they're all gonna die eventually. Yeah.
Anyway.
Variety.
9 out of 10.
Why didn't you agree to my statement?
There are so many armies, so many units. This game thrives in its variety.
Cool.
It thrives in the variety of things you can choose and different ways you can play them. You could take 4 or 5 different Space Marine armies and have them all function entirely differently.
Okay, that's kind of cool.
But there's a bunch of races that you can choose from too. Orcs, Tau, Space Marines, Imperials, all these things.
Mm-hmm. Popularity.
8 out of 10.
Yeah, that doesn't
it's actually very popular. It's not D&D, and it's not quite like very top echelon role-playing games, but it is very popular.
Yeah. Could not imagine, but good for it. Good for you guys if you like it. Replay value.
It has to be 10 out of 10. I mean,
you can do it infinitely.
You can do this infinitely. Like, it's if I sat down and ranked Magic the Gathering on...
Yeah.
Like...
On replay
It would also be 10 out of 10?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you can do basically anything forever. There's so much stuff that you can just combo it however you want forever. Cool. Fun.
Fun is mostly subjective.
Fun is subjective.
But I tried to make it a bit more
be fair with
objective.
it because clearly some people really like it.
So I don't like playing Warhammer 40k, and I don't really like watching it. Although I have watched a lot of it. But in all fairness, the people that I know who play it have a lot of fun doing it, so I gave it a 7 out of 10. It's
really entirely about would you personally enjoy it. So it gets to be a little high, because obviously there are a lot of people who really like it.
And especially if you add role-playing elements and there's some lore to sink your teeth into, I'm there for it.
Yeah, and quality.
10 out of 10, beautifully designed miniatures, beautifully, like, so much produced, so much love is put into this game, clearly.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like it, but there is so much love put into it.
I can respect that. And where does that leave us with our overall score? I realize we're, speed-running this video. Sorry,
73 out of 100.
Okay, that's not terrible. It could be a lot worse.
Yes. That puts it at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9th.
Okay.
On our ranking.
Not ideal, but, it's fine. What's
9th of 11, it is. So the order right now is D&D 5e at 85, Fate Core at 84, Pathfinder 2e at 81, Masks at 80, Call of Cthulhu at 79, Shadowrun 6e and Fiasco both at 77, Apocalypse World at 73.5, Warhammer 40k at 73.
Right in Apocalypse World. Off.
Just ahead of Burning Wheel Gold at 72, and Blades in the Dark at 70.
Cool. Rip that this is above Burning Wheel for you.
There's a game that we are doing. I'm so excited because this is the closest we've gotten so far, this and Blades in the Dark, to a truly negative review.
Yeah.
There's a game we are doing early next year before Badness Month
Okay.
that is going to just get viciously attacked by me.
I'm so curious what it is.
I will tell you off camera what it is.
We'll talk about it later, when no one else is listening.
Anyway, so more experienced Warhammer players, do let us know what your thoughts are, how
it works, because I don't understand it, but I want to hear you explain it to me. I love when people talk to me about stuff.
If you've done role-playing Warhammer 40k and done some role-playing with it, do let us know. I know there is a game that we're going to review at some point, Phoenix Dawn Command.
Okay.
Which
I've never heard of that in my
is
life.
a role-playing game set in the Warhammer 40k universe.
Okay, cool.
That aside, thank you so much for watching. Do remember to like, subscribe, do check us out.
Happy holidays, everybody.
Yes.
Okay, bye.
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 Thank you for watching this video from College of Lore. Remember to like this video, subscribe to join the party, and have a fantastic adventure.